In-wall conditioned cabinet installation. Before you begin, take a moment to check for any wiring or utilities that may be in the wall cavity. Address this before moving forward. This cabinet is designed to fit between two standard 16-inch on-center stud bays, requiring the removal of the center 2x4 stud. Locate exactly where on your wall you want to install the wine cabinet. We recommend placing the top of your ref opening between 74 and 78 inches from the floor. Measure and mark your top line. The rough opening will be several inches smaller than the overall size of the cabinet on both height and width. For easiest installation, aim for a location centered on a stud and between the adjacent studs on the left and right. If your desired location does not line up with the stud locations, additional framing and drywall work will be required. Use a level to draw a straight, horizontal line to connect your measurements across the width of the opening. Your rough opening should be 30.5 inches wide by 46.75 inches high and should be plumb and level. Next, drive a small nail into one of the top corners, just inside where the stud should be. If you hit a stud, move inward about 1/4 inch until you clear it. This nail will help you align your template just inside the left and right studs. Repeat this step for the opposite top corner until you locate the stud and check that you have a minimum of 30.5 inches clear width for the cabinet. Now, tape the cardboard template provided to the wall. Use painter's tape and line it up with your top marks and the stud reference holes. Trace the outline of the template using a pencil, then remove the template. Carefully cut along your lines using a drywall knife or a reciprocating saw. Remove the drywall to expose the rough opening. You should see a stud running vertically down the center. Remove the center wall stud by cutting it at the top and bottom of the drywall opening using a saw. Cut 2 side jacks out of the 2x4s or 2x6s. These will support the cabinet base. Secure the jacks to the side studs using 3-inch construction screws on both sides. Make sure the top of each jack sits flush with the bottom edge of the drywall cutout. If you are installing the cabinet into a wall with sheathing on the opposite side, you will need to cut a second, smaller opening in the opposing sheathing to accommodate for the rear of the tech cooling unit. Take the cardboard template used for cutting the opening and place it inside the rough opening. It may fit snugly. Just make sure it's fully pushed up against the back wall. Then, trace the outline and repeat the same cutting steps you used for the front opening. Before inserting the cabinet, double-check your opening dimensions will allow the cabinet to fit. Also, check the location of the power cord and adjust your setup if needed. With the help of a second person, very carefully lift the cabinet into place by setting the base first on the top of the opening and then tipping it back. Push it firmly to make the cabinet flush with the drywall. Then, check to ensure the cabinet is level. While your helper is firmly pressing the cabinet against the wall, secure the cabinet in place by driving the 4 pre-threaded screws located inside the left and right interior sides of the cabinet into the adjacent studs. Make sure the screws have engaged the studs and the screws are fully seated before taking pressure off the cabinet. Apply the provided screw cap covers once this is completed. If using the attached power cord, connect one end to the main power feed below the rear of the tech unit and plug the other end into a 3-prong outlet. If you purchased the rear decorative panel for the tech module, slide it on and press down to lock it in place. When loading your cabinet, place bottles with the corks facing outward towards the left and right sides. To allow the system to stabilize, we recommend only loading cold wine bottles first. If not, then only load 6 bottles every 24 hours until the cabinet is full.